Hey, how's it going? I'm Josh.
I'm Maurice.
I'm Tanner.
And welcome back to another episode of FinSpecs. So today I rode two sets of fins from FCS, one kind of older set and one pretty new set. Rode the Mason Ho signature fin and the H4s. Two kind of pretty different fins. Yeah, both had their interesting characteristics.
Yeah, I had heard that Mason used, like you were saying, Tanner, used the Mayhem and also used the Mick Fanning to design his fin. And so I thought, oh, okay, cool. Like maybe they'll be still in the same wheelhouse. And at the same time, everyone is always wondering about these things.
Mm-hmm.
They have a really odd, unique shape. And I thought, all right, well, let's just get it in the mix and figure it out and see what happens.
Yeah, they definitely had, those definitely felt unique. It didn't feel like anything else I've ridden from FCS over the last, little while. And then the Masons, felt somewhat familiar.
And as far as the cores go on both of them, the H4, is that like a technically honeycomb core? Is it still considered like an all glass fin?
I think, this is almost like the same stuff they did with Fanning, I think, right?
Okay.
Which is what do they call it? Fiber flex?
It's glass fiber fusion.
Yeah, glass fiber fusion, yeah.
I think before, like when these came out, I don't know if they called it that. It was just like the Swiss made.
Yeah, Swiss made
thing.
So some of this same stuff, Swiss stuff, is on the Fanning. So
yeah,
I think this is kind of a unique construction that I don't think they have up until the recent Mick Fanning. They've never really incorporated into any of their other templates except for this one. And then these are fiberglass, right? They feel it.
Yeah, for sure.
Cool.
Yeah, they felt like it on the wave too.
And where did you surf? We don't want to talk about that.
Yeah.
Let's just check out the footage.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, anyone that knows is gonna know. But it was interesting. The waves, this was a tough one because the tide was pretty limiting, and the swell direction and period really kind of made things tricky. Yeah, really straight. A lot of closeouts. Tough to kind of find a corner. But I ended up kind of finding, a couple fun little waves.
That's cool.
Yeah. Little rip bull.
All right, well, should we check out the footage?
Yeah. All right. So first we're going to go the Masons. 3, 2, 1. Just jamming out there.
B-roll.
Yeah. Water wasn't that cold.
No, it's still like 64 or something. Yeah.
Kind of late to the party.
Yeah, a little late.
But it looked like you pushed the tail through, luckily.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, these fins had lots of drive. Sometimes fiberglass fins can feel like you can't really push into them.
Yeah.
But, these ones still were getting the job done.
Yeah, definitely.
It's kind of like
nice.
Weird conditions, kind of small on the ones that had corners.
Yeah. Well, at least you're putting it together, though.
There's a carve.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was nice.
Getting it on rail. Slow-mo. Sick.
Yeah, nice.
Fins kind of slid a little bit on the
very last part.
Rebound, yeah.
And you got a couple backside ones. Nice. That looks good.
Yeah, that one felt good, for sure. I tried to get at least one right on each fin. I just go left most of the time, but
you're obligatory one right.
Yeah, depends on the day, but not quite.
Not enough pop.
I just didn't have the speed.
Do you feel like they were still able to release?
Yeah. Oh, definitely, for sure.
It looks like they are.
I think
that was nice.
Like you're able to get
I thought you had that one
loop.
too.
Mm-hmm. That would have been cool if I finished that one out. But they definitely had good release, especially considering they're all fiberglass.
Straight air.
Yeah.
A little straight air.
I call that one the missionary.
Yeah, yeah.
Missionary position.
It's just vanilla.
Just standard.
Yeah. The go-to.
It works. Yeah, I think there was one turn, like a snap that I did on these that felt really good. Like a lot of drive off the bottom and speed.
God, that wave is so frustrating.
It really is. It's not my favorite. Yeah, that one.
Oh,
that was a good turn.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, that one actually like stood up for you and had energy through the end of it.
Oh, yeah, nice.
You could see it like kind of
just that last little.
Yep.
Yeah, that's cool.
Was it like a controllable feel though?
Yeah, no, they didn't feel like slippery, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe as that tip narrows up there, kind of just.
Yeah, I think it's a combination of.
That was small.
Yeah, I was done with those. Yeah, I think it's the combination of, even though the tip is, you know, kind of small,
right,
giving it that release, but I think the rest of the fin is all hold.
Yeah, like the bottom is nice and kind of wide, and then it just kind of starts to taper.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
That makes sense.
Those felt really good.
That's cool.
I was psyched on those for sure. And here's the H4s. 3, 2.
What suit are you wearing?
It's my IPD suit. Shout out to GQGeo on Instagram.
Nice.
Getting me in on that wetsuit order.
Those look drivey. Wow, that looks like
that
locked
kind of
in.
Yeah, that kind of almost looked better than
I thought so too.
Yeah.
It looked like the drive stayed the whole way, and then when you needed the last little push to like set your turn, you had it.
Yeah, this like I said, I don't know if we were recording or not, but this thing definitely had moments. The H4s.
Yeah.
Like the smaller little ones. Like
yeah, even like on those, like I felt like you were kind of losing a lot of speed with the other fin. You're carrying speed through a lot of these carves. Well, that kind of still wanted to go down the line.
Nice.
Yeah, that section like really stood up. I was like, that turn felt pretty weird. I was just like not sure how that was gonna look, but it looked all right.
Yeah, like dumpy, awkward.
Yeah, hard to time it right. Yeah, they definitely were fast. They definitely didn't lack speed.
No.
Did you notice a difference in speed, like underfoot? Because it looks like you're going faster.
Not super noticeable. Like the Masons felt good.
Yeah. Nice.
I was psyched on that one.
Yeah, man.
I was like, what do I do with this big giant section?
Oh, there we go.
Man.
That would be
on top of it.
Obligatory, cool. Right?
Yep.
Yeah. That one just fell pretty flat, but
standard.
Dude, in a weird way, I almost like the way those look better.
I agree with you.
Yeah. That's interesting.
But sometimes there's that thing like that can happen with video where it looks better on video than it feels underfoot.
Yeah.
That definitely happens sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like certain pros are like, oh, I love that board, and then they see it on video and they're like, oh, like the other one went better that I didn't like as much. You know, it looked better.
But it looks like you're surfing a lot better with the other fin.
I feel like there's an element of like a small weird quirk on certain ones, but like when your feet are in and you're locked in, it looks like more positive and drivey and like follow through and everything.
Yeah, I feel like the H4s were really good, like on those two, like kind of like carby, like cutbacks. They felt so good. Like as soon as the board rolled on rail, it like drove through the turn really well.
Yeah. And
then, you know, going down the line, there was lots of speed and stuff. But it was a really unique feeling. Like it was kind of like a lot to wrap my head around.
Like you could feel a definite difference.
Yeah.
Where like when you rode those Taylor Knox ones, the twin plus stabilizer, it didn't feel as foreign. You weren't like, I'm riding the weirdest fin right now.
Yeah, no, not at all.
But this, you could notice something.
Yeah, there was like a real looseness to it, but then also like, you know, they felt really locked in and like maybe not quite tracky, but like really like locked into what they were doing.
Yeah, and you can see it on some of the waves that you're like almost going up and trying to pivot. You know, it almost looked like you were doing like the quad thing that it can do where you're hitting the lip and they just want to keep going down the line.
Yeah.
On those couple. I mean, the timing was maybe a little weird on one, but it definitely didn't want to come straight back in.
Yeah.
But I think as far as like down the line speed, just on the video, like it looked like you were carrying more speed.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Through those waves.
I had heard everybody kind of say they liked it for open face, green water carving.
Yeah.
You know, more than tight type lip work kind of thing.
Yeah.
Would you say that would be an accurate, like where you would kind of apply the fin?
Yeah, I'd say that's pretty spot on. Because
Okay.
like, yeah, any of the times I tried to go for a snap, it like wanted to kind of like what you were saying, like stick and like, you know, carry momentum.
Right.
But yeah, it didn't want to like do the little pivot
Like
thing.
tight redirect kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'd say like that was the kind of difference between these two, is those felt really good on those like open carves, and then the Masons kind of felt better like in the pocket,
Right.
like hitting the lip and
Okay.
that kind of thing.
Now that the board also, like, we just made a subtle tweak to that board recently,
Yeah.
where you said the first version had good drive and everything like that, but you just wanted a little bit more pivot.
Mm-hmm.
And so we tweaked the tail rocker just like a 16th.
Yeah.
And you were saying that, yeah, that made a huge difference, and you're getting a lot more pivot off the tail.
Yeah, I forgot to cover the board. Yeah, this is the new one. This is the middle finger, and it's the same dimensions as the last one.
Yeah.
5'8", 19 and a quarter, and then 2.47.
Yep. Yeah, exactly.
28.8. But yeah, it's the same one, same board essentially that I rode in the Mick Fanning
Right.
video. But yeah, I think you just said you put like a 16th more tail rocker.
Yeah, just like at 12 inches, I kept that the same, and then
Mm-hmm.
just by the time I got to the end of the tail, it went up. Yeah,
Yeah.
just barely anything, but
Yeah.
sometimes that's all it takes. What did you notice the difference between this fin and the Mick Fannings in that board
Definitely like tighter transitions like in the pocket, and then more release. Like
from this?
yeah,
Okay.
for sure.
Yeah. That makes sense. When I put them up together, what I noticed was that this area right here is a little wider than the Mick, where like the Mick kind of scoops out a little bit.
Yeah.
And then this just starts to rake back, but it has a narrower tip.
Yeah.
So I guess that makes sense for getting more release.
Yeah.
You know, overall.
Yeah, definitely. They both felt really cool.
Yeah.
I like both of them.
The H4 is like kind of famously used as a quad with Felipe Toledo
Yeah, that's right.
in that
Oh,
forefin
and that one.
yeah, the
sharp
forefin
eye,
that he was riding at lowers. And then Mick Fanning says that that's his like go-to forefin set as well.
Really?
And then whenever you see videos of it, it's like Mick doing these giant carves out of
Yeah.
snapper and stuff.
Yeah.
So
And then didn't Philippe ride that like a Bells or something? Yeah.
yeah, they had that black one that was all epoxy. So it's
Yeah.
kind of an interesting theory that, you know, the guys that are using them a lot aren't using that center fin.
Right.
And the center fin is kind of the weirdest part about it.
Yeah, it
But
is actually. See, like,
Thing's a trip.
they're so different. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
Yeah.
Because the template and the foil of the front is kind of cool, you know. It's like pretty upright, but then it rakes back, kind of
Yeah.
like that board that you were showing me.
Oh yeah, the Tomo.
Yeah,
Yeah, the old
yeah.
Tomo
It's like
fin.
it's
Yeah.
like a way less exaggerated version of
Yeah.
that, you know. And then it has that weird like almost bump in the where it goes up into the tip where it's like foiled differently.
Yeah, exactly. Almost scimitar-esque.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, it's
little
kind
bit.
of
Yeah.
interesting, you know. And then another question I was going to ask you was, so out of those three, like, what would you most likely want to ride on a day like we were just filming, you know?
Like this morning.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, the mix felt super good when I rode them the other day. Just kind of like familiar and
yeah,
And
just kind
good,
of like
but-
a normal vanilla feeling, like nothing crazy.
exactly. Yeah, nothing like, you know, just it complemented the board's good characteristics, and then the H4s kind of brought something kind of new to the table as far as like speed on rail kind of thing. But yeah, any one of them would have been good, but I think the mix, just because they're familiar and
Yeah,
easy.
Plus, they kind of match your style, right? Like you're more of like a carving, turning kind of
Yeah.
approach versus, you know, like tight, pockety lip work, rotation type.
Yeah, definitely.
Maybe that would lend itself better to like the Mason or something.
Yeah, the Masons felt definitely good on those moments in the pocket and stuff.
Yeah.
with the H4, did you feel like you were able to get a lot of release with the tail still? even though they were pretty locked in when you're going through the lip?
Yeah, I mean,
Like if you wanted to do an air,
yeah,
would
like
you be able to get the tail free
Yeah,
still, or did
there
it
was-
feel stuck?
it didn't feel stuck. Like there was the one air reverse I tried to do.
Yeah.
And like I was able to kick it out and like put the tail to the beach, but definitely not as easy a release as the Masons. The Masons, like there was one air reverse that I almost pulled on the Masons. Yeah, that I like almost had it. Like it was so close. And yeah, it came, with the Masons, it felt like easy release.
Yeah.
Like out of the lip.
Sometimes when you get these fins that have this locked in feel, they're actually good for airs because
Yeah.
they like punch through and hold the line just, like to get you up and out of the water.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The one that you did. Sorry, go ahead.
That was kind of where I was going with it, because out of all of the video we watched, that was like probably the fastest down the line surfing I've seen you do on footage.
Yeah.
And it looked like you were just looking for a ramp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give me something.
Yeah, like you were flying down the line. It was carrying speed across those
Yeah.
flats. It was pretty interesting to see going from just one fin to another, how much it changed, just like how fast you were going down the line. And maybe you just weren't looking for those ramps because you're not always looking for them.
Yeah.
But that's what I was asking. It looked like you were just like ramp hunting right
Yeah,
there. You just
exactly.
had- And I was wondering if for maybe guys that are doing a bunch of airs and stuff like that, if that might, like our buddy Gino,
Yeah.
if that's something that like he would be into, because then he's just flying down the line and he's the guy that picks off ramps all the time.
Yep. Yeah, I think it's something that happens in my head too. Like, the first wave I get on the fins, like I'll take off and kind of feel, give it like a little back foot and drive down the face and kind of feel what, it wants to do. And these wanted to go this way and like do turns in the pocket.
Yeah.
And then these, wanted to like go down the line. I'm like, okay, that's what we're doing,
So then maybe it could be good for somebody that just wants that locked in lawn
Yeah.
type feel,
Yeah.
as well as like the open face green water carves.
Yeah, totally.
Cool.
Sick.
And so out of these three that you've ridden recently, including the other construction of the McFanning,
Yeah.
where do you put them in a spectrum as far as loosest to stiffest?
Yeah, I would say the Masons were for sure the loosest. I think that's got a lot to do with the really thin tip. And then next up would be the like normal McFannings.
Okay.
Like the performance core
Yeah.
McFannings, followed by the glass fiber fusion.
Okay.
Definitely a little bit stiffer than the regular construction. And then the stiffest out of those four would be the
H4.
The H4.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's where we're at with those.
And a while ago, you rode the Mayhem Large. Do you remember that at all?
Those things were very stiff.
Okay.
If I remember correctly.
Yeah.
And then the sharp eyes were probably, a little more on the looser side.
Okay. Do you think the Mayhems, and you may or may not be able to remember, were stiffer than the H4s?
I think so.
I have a question. Would you ever ride the H4 again?
Yeah, for sure.
You would?
Yeah, like down at in the summertime, down at like lowers or something.
Okay.
It'd probably be pretty sick on the open face on a good day.
Okay. And then the Masons, maybe not.
Maybe depending on the day and the board. A kind of better day than today.
Yeah.
Like a beach break. Like maybe a little more lined up. It'd feel pretty sweet.
And at the same time, like, would you really actually go through all that effort, or would you just stick in the McFanning probably and just kind of let it roll?
I mean, I'm definitely a creature of habit when it comes to fins. I think most people are.
Yeah, totally. Me too.
You either like fully click with a set or not. And yeah, the mix feel great, especially in this board.
In that construction even, or would you go lean towards the regular construction?
I
the
really
PC?
like how that
cool.
construction feels. Like
Cool.
it felt super good. Like a noticeable like increase in drive and
Oh,
speed.
interesting.
Really?
Yeah.
That's pretty
For sure.
sick.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah, I think the performance core ones, like pushing on them, like they just didn't have the like alive feel that these have.
Yeah.
Like I think like really good fiberglass fins like are the best with that. Like you push on them and they just snap right back and
Yeah.
give you that speed.
That's pretty cool, because you always hope that like you're doing something that makes sense as far as, taking the same template and doing a new construction. You
Yeah.
hope it would be significantly noticeable,
Right.
Yeah.
Because like back in the day, it seemed like everybody was just taking every template that they had and putting carbon fiber on it because it was the new cool thing.
Exactly.
Everything was just a carbon fiber fin.
Yep.
They were all black. They were all just made of carbon fiber. They were like, we don't.
Yeah, like was it better?
Yeah.
You know,
it's carbon.
or was it just carbon?
Yeah. I think these are for the right person on the right day. Those are.
Yeah.
That's sick.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
And come on into the shop and do our $5 fin demo program. You can try 5 different sets of fins over 5 weeks, and it only costs $5. And at the end of it, you can use that $5 towards buying your own set of fins. If you don't live in the area, you can't come into the shop and see us. You can do our 30-day online buy, try, and decide program. You can buy a set of fins, try it for 30 days. If you don't like them, you can return them to us as long as you don't totally destroy them, and you'll get a full refund. But if you do live in the area, come on down to the shop. Say hi to all the boys here. Check out everything we have in here. We have tons and tons of used boards. We have wax, fins, leashes, traction pads, everything you could need for your board. So, right on. Well, let us know what y'all want to see next in the FCS or the future or the twin trailer.
Cool.
We'll see you next time.
See you guys.
The tide to run,